exponents. And pay close attention because people get this wrong all the time, and there's really never a good reason to get it wrong, but they do. Let's write this thing down there. So before we do that, we're going to calibrate. Let's do this. Here. Every now and then in math, you run across something that looks like this. It's got a big number, and then in the upper right-hand corner, there's a smaller number. And what in the world does that mean? Well, first of all, let's name these things. Okay, this little 5, the big 5 is called the base number. Okay, and this right here is called the exponent, or it is also called the power. Okay, that too is an exponent or a power. And what exponents tell you, write this down. This will be our key for this part here. An exponent tells you the exponent tells you how many bases get multiplied together. That is the big definition for right now. If you can make a nice little cloud, that just makes your notes look that much better. In other words, this, okay, this is not 5 times 2. This is not 10 for my answer. It means I have 2 5s getting multiplied together, which looks like this. Okay, this is 5 times 5. So the answer to this is 25 when we simplify it. 5 squared is 25. And then if I actually did 5 to the third power, that is not 15, it's not 5 plus 5 plus 5. It is 3 5s times themselves. 5 times 5 times 5. Anybody know what that is? You have 5 quarters. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. If I had 5 to the fourth power, it's not 20, it's not 5 times 4, it is 4 5s times themselves. Maybe what 4 5s times themselves is? 625. Okay. At some point in your life, you will hear the phrase that something grows exponentially. Okay. What that means is this. Notice, 5 to the second power was a pretty small number. 25 is not a big number. But 5 to the third power is 125, which isn't a lot, but it's getting bigger. 5 to the fourth power, it goes up a lot. From 125 to 525 is a lot bigger jump than it is from 25. This was only 100 apart. This is 500 apart. If I actually did 5 to the fifth power, that's going to be 1 more 5 times this, which is going to actually be 3,125. And what exponential growth means, okay, it means that it starts growing kind of slow at first, like to go from 25 to 100 wasn't a big jump. But as you start getting farther and farther away in higher and higher exponents, it grows a lot faster. Okay? And that's what exponential growth means, but that's probably neither here nor there. Let's look at a couple things. 2 to the second power, 2 to the third power, 2 to the 4th power, and 2 to the 5th power. Write me down what you think the answers to those are. 2 to the 2nd power, 2 to the 3rd power, 2 to the 4th power, and 2 to the 5th power. What would be the answer to that? See if you got that. 2 to the 2nd, 2 to the 3rd, 2 to the 4th, 2 to the 5th. And maybe it'd help you to actually write those out. First one is 2 times 2, the second one is 2 times 2 times 2, the third one is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and the fourth one is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Well, let's look at the answers to that. What is 2 to the 2nd power?
4.
2 to the 3rd power?
8.
It's not 6, yep, it's 8. You gotta be careful with that. 2 to the 4th power?
16.
And 2 to the 5th power?
32.
32. 2 to the 6th power would be 64. 2 to... Yep. You're going to answer that? Now, please note this. For 2s and 3s, we kind of call, these have special names. The 2nd power is also what we call squared. If you hear 2 squared, that means anything squared means it's times itself. It's to the 2nd power. Just like anything to the 3rd power we call cubed. Okay? 4 cubed is 4 to the 3rd power. 4 times 4 times 4. Which is what? Anybody know that off the top of their head? Please don't tell me 12. 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64. Okay. Now, one of the easiest things to take to exponents is the number 10, for example. Well, let's take a look at this, because this is actually really easy. Anything, by the way, to the 1st power is itself. First power is always itself. 10 to the 1st power is 10. Okay. 10 to the 2nd power, what is 10 times 10?
20.
No, that's 2 times 10. 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 is 1,000. And 1,000 times another 10, 10 to the 4th power would be 10,000. And it doesn't matter if you understood that or not, but there's a little pattern here. Can anybody tell me what 10 to the 8th power would be, based on what you see here? What would 10 to the 8th power be? Taylor? Maybe this would help if I asked it this way. Okay, take a look here. You have a 1. How many zeros do you see there? You have a 2. How many zeros do you see there? You have a 3. How many zeros do you see there? You have a 4. How many zeros do you see there? 10 to the 8th power is going to be a 1 with, Caleb, 8 zeros after it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 100 million. And it's good to know that about tens. Tens are very easy to work with when it comes to powers and exponents, because all you have to do is think whatever the exponent is, that's how many zeros will come after the 1. So if you had, 10 to the 5th power, it's just going to be a 1 with 5 zeros after it. 100,000. That's a kind of a good thing to know. Just for fun. Good? Perfect. Take out another completely blank